Hi everyone, we're Quartet Granitique. My name is Leo Kim, I play the clarinet.
I'm Hana Ramora, I play the cello.
Ivan Saminsky, I play violin.
I'm Meeting Ma, I play the piano.
We're here today with the lovely Karalyn Schubring, who recently composed a piece for us. And we're here to talk about her process with the composition and our process maybe with the recording. And without further ado.
So the piece is called Wonders. How did you choose this title?
I chose the title Wonders. It's actually based on a Bible verse that's in the Psalms. And it talks about how God has caused his wonders to be remembered because he is gracious and compassionate. And I just really like thinking about that. Not only do we get to experience beautiful things, but we also get to remember them and relive them. I'll talk more about this later, but that's a lot of what the piece is about.
So when we approached you, we wanted the piece to be a companion piece of sorts for the Messiah, Quartet for the Ends of Time. Can you talk about what inspiration you drew from that piece, maybe your relationship to that piece?
Sure. When I first heard the piece, I definitely got more of like an apocalyptic doomsday connotation just based on the context that it was written in. And,
for sure.
It's about the book of Revelation, which is very intense. And I actually didn't realize that upon reading the program note, I just picked up on different themes than I had previously associated with the piece. The piece is really only based on a couple verses in the book of Revelation. I had kind of just thought it was like about all of it, but he really just zooms in on this one very specific image. So I kind of imagine it like somebody visits the Met Museum in New York and then they just like look at this one piece of pottery and are just like super into it for 2 hours. And, I could just kind of sense the undertones of just like awe and reverence and just being completely like floored and taken out of all sense of time just in that moment. And I thought that's something I can definitely relate to. For me, it happens with encounters with nature, being at the top of a mountain or just experiencing a really beautiful day like today. That sense of peace, but also a sense of just how small you are, I think is just a really powerful experience. So I thought just kind of tapping into that posture before the audience listens to Messiaen's work, that's the angle I went for.
And what you were saying about experiences with nature, that's sort of a great transition here, because I was really wondering if you had any particular moments, experiences that came to mind as you were writing.
The week before the final week I was working on this piece, my husband and I got to go out and do a hiking trip in Utah. That's definitely a place where I just got to experience like, wow, I'm so small. This place is beautiful, and it's been here way before I've existed, and it will continue to be here way after I'm gone.
That's so cool knowing that the cover art has a sort of basis in an actual place. The last thing that I wanted to ask was, I know that we have somewhat of a unique instrumentation here. That's one of the reasons we wanted to commission more pieces for this ensemble with violin, cello, clarinet, and piano. So I wondered if there were any particular challenges or things you enjoyed about writing for this instrumentation.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that more hasn't been written for the ensemble myself. Like, I remember asking you, like, what repertoire is there? And you gave me a very short list. And I was like, oh, wow. I mean, good on you for finding it all. And it's also very small. But I think it's an instrumentation that works super well. You obviously have your classic piano trio configuration. But I think adding the clarinet just adds so much, like, warmth, and the clarinet can really blend with anyone. And so it just made it really easy. There's definitely lots of moments where everyone's sneaking up on each other. And of course the bow control too. Just your sound together, super, super tight, and just felt so grateful hearing you for the first time and being like, oh yes, they blend so well. So it's really perfect.
We had a great time when we first sat down with the piece.
So fun.
So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.